I was going through the list of all of the amazing recommendations you all have given me for songs that I should react to next, and I was overthinking it a bit, and I just kind of cleared my head, and I was like, which song sounds like the most fun to react to next? And this is what came up. Asaf Avidan, In a Box 3, 900 Days. And the reason is because I had a student sing Bang Bang, which is an incredible song. And in the studying of the song, I listened to a bit of Asaf Avidan's performing, and wow, what a fantastic dynamic vocalist. So that was what sounded like the most fun to react to next. My name's Tim. I'm a vocal instructor. I've been a vocal instructor for a long time. I teach in around the Manhattan area, in the tri-state area. It's my website. I've got a cool team of teachers. We teach online and in person. If you like my content, subscribe, click the little notification to stay up to date on my next stuff. All right, I'm going to jump right in. I don't know any background on the song at all. I haven't heard this song at all. I'm going to be taking it in for the first time. I'm going to go all the way through it and react to it, and then go back and break down all of the interesting, cool things that I hear him doing with his voice. Okay? Here we go. Let's jump in.
Just for 7 above. She danced along the road I had drawn with blood on my troubles. I gave her all, and I gave them all. Thought I had lost. Everything grows back to the ground. Everywhere grows what everyone sows. Look what I found. Can you hear me calling? No more. Can you see me crawling? I know you know what my feet are. No more. Can you hear me calling? No more. Can you see me crawling? I know you know what my No more, can you hear me calling? No more, can you see me crawling? I know you know what my feet are. No more, can you hear me calling? No more, can you see me crawling? I know you know what my feet are. No more, can you hear me calling? No more, can you see me crawling? I know you know what my feet are. No more, can you hear me calling? No more, can you see me crawling? I know you know what my feet are. When the rain comes, hear me. You be my shadow. See me, I'll be up. You know what my rain comes, hear me. You be my shadow. See me, I'll be up. You know what my rain comes, hear me. You be my shadow. I'll be up. What my rain comes, hear me. You be my shadow. See me, I'll be up. You know what my when the rain comes, you be my shadow. I'll be up. When rain comes, you be my shadow. I'll be up.
What? Whoa. Oh my God. What? I'm just kind of letting that sit for a minute. Wow. That was spectacular. Oh my God. I could just imagine those of you that recommended that I check this out, and you know how I react to things, and then you knew what was coming at the end, and oh my God, that was next level. I've got so many things to say about this, and we're going to go back and listen to some things together. I have a feeling this is going to be a long video. I'm pretty unique to react to this for another reason than me being a vocal instructor. I also make my own music. I'm a multi-instrumentalist.
Left to try these sacred walls. Left to try these sacred
Had a lot of musical lives over the years. I was an opera singer, musical theater singer. I played piano bars. I had a synth pop band, electro pop band. I had produced house music. Like, I've kind of been all over the map. There is so much brilliance in that performance on so many levels, and I'm definitely going to put on my vocal instructor hat and talk about some of the amazing vocal things he's doing, and also some of the things that are unique about his voice. But I think I need to also talk a little bit about some of the incredible multi-instrumental things he's doing and the layering with a looper. Now, right there. I love those drums. Check out this clip from one of my projects, Sojourn Society, where we used an octopad, which is similar to this.
I can't risk your love anymore.
It's got such a cool tone quality, and it's a small compact kit, but you can play it hard like a drummer, and you can really get some fat tones out of it. I love the punch in that kick drum. That piano melody, oh, by the time he keeps coming back to it later on in this thing, it's like rip your heart out time. It's so beautiful. That first tone quality that hits our ears, oh my God. I know you saw me react to it. And I remember his voice from before. I remember how high his voice was. So here's the thing about his voice, one thing that's unique. There's many things that are unique. He has a very high voice. He has a lot of control of it. If you have a high voice and you want to make it have even more bite, you can raise your larynx and like make an even brassier bite type of a tone. If you want to make your voice a little deeper and have more depth of tone, you can open your throat a little bit. And throughout this singing, you're going to notice that there's a variation in the amount of thinness of his tone and depth of his tone, depending on what vocal effect he's going for. And he's starting off right here. He wants to just cut into our attention. It's such an incredible entrance to the singing of a song. It's wild.
Now 100 days turning to dust, and now 100 kisses I'll drive in a rust.
So what's he doing vocally here? So the first thing is he's got a lot of subglottic air pressure built up in his instrument, which gives it that pressed trumpet type of a tone. He also has a lot of vocal fold closure in his tone. If you pop out your larynx and look at it from the top, when you're breathing, your vocal folds are open. When you go to sing, they vibrate like this. When you change pitch, they stretch like that. If you make a sound with your chords open, it's like a breathy, husky tone. When you bring those chords closed, bop, 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 it makes it brassier in tone. He's got a lot of brass in his tone, and it gives it that bite, that cut. But that's not all that he's doing. He's also got grit on the tone. He's activating a technique called compression. That growly throat sound that he varies in and out of depending on whether he's entering the phrase or whether he wants to add a little affectation to a word. He's doing all of that, and he's got little vibrato coming in here and there in the tone. There is so much going on in his singing. So listen for that brightness and listen for how he's using that growly grit, that compression in the tone.
Now 100 days turning to dust, and now 100 kisses I'll drive in a rust.
I love his agility. Driving a he has very, very articulate agility when he changes. Sometimes he's even doing a little ha ha ha. He's doing a little H separation when he's doing riffs. You know another artist that does that? There's only one other artist I can think of that does it like that, and that would be Jessie J. If you listen to her song Big White Room, oh my God, that is an amazing vocal. Any of my crazy riffy students that I have, I give them that song to do. Just because it's so challenging. Her riffs are so interesting to study. But she sometimes does these little H's in between things, just like he was doing there on his riffing.
Now 100 doctors, nobody hurt.
Okay, we got to talk about that. What he's doing there is in a thickened vocal posture. He's got a lot of muscularization of what's called the thyroarytenoid muscle, or the TA is what we call it in voice pedagogy. Bop, 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 nah. He's got, it's like that brassy part of the voice. He's got it super activated, and then he lets it go 900 day, and he does this little snap up into his falsetto. So he's got falsetto up there, but he's squeezing it, and he has a little vibrato on it too. That's all the stuff that's going on in that sound.
I'll drive in a rust. Now 100 doctors, nobody hurt. Now 100 stitches just for 7 a bud. She danced along the road I had drawn with blood on my troubles.
Notice the tone quality change here. He let go of the compression. He let go of all of that lateral squeeze that he was putting into his tone. He also let go of a significant amount of the subglottic air pressure on his vocal cords. He let go of how much he was pushing against them, and the tone got sweeter. He didn't let it go all the way to falsetto, though, but he just backed off enough so that it had a little, he let a little bit of sweetness into the angst and sort of drive in this song. Wow. Listen for that tone quality change.
Now 100 stitches just for 7 above. She danced along the road I had drawn with blood on my troubles.
Beautiful. Oh.
I gave her all, and I gave her more. Thought I had lost.
Oh, that tone up there. Thought I had. Wow, he is so amazing up there. You know who else his voice reminds me of? Reminds me of the lead singer for Greta Van Fleet. He's got the same height of voice, the same sort of pitch range where his voice sits.
Now 100 days.
All right, so that right there. What he's doing right there. If you take and cinch your throat enough, add air pressure into it, you create a lot of extra vibration of things in your throat. No. You can make some really cool sounds. And you have to be mindful a little bit when you're working on learning how to do that. You can do it in a way that can be very irritating, so you have to be mindful and very careful as you experiment with those sounds, but it's a cool thing. It's learnable. What's amazing about him is he can get clean, he can get gritty, he can go high, he can make his voice thinner, he can make it fuller.
To try to forget, there are 900 kisses to live to regret. Everyone knows that everything grows back to the ground.
Back to the ground. You hear how bright and thin? He has a lot of front resonance in the sound, a lot of bite. He's obviously a tenor if you don't know about voice categories. Tenor is like the high male voice category.
To live to regret. Everyone knows that everything grows back to the ground.
There's a deep soulfulness in the way he's singing this song. I'm not familiar with his full catalog of things. If I do recall, there is some of this same soulfulness in Bang Bang, but that's a little different vibe. This feels even more like, almost like deep South America, like almost gospel roots type of vibes in this one. Not only in the piano and that sort of old piano vibe, but also in his, I gotta know, like his vowel use and the way that he's moving around and riffing. It feels very throwback gospel, R&B, soul in a lot of ways. It's spectacularly cool. Here comes that piano melody. Oh. So beautiful. Now, if you don't know what a looper is, the looper is the thing that's underneath the piano right now, and it's got all of these little buttons on it that are different tracks that you can record into. So you get a beat going, and then you make a sound and you loop it. And then that sound keeps going, and then you do another sound. And then you do another sound, and you can build layers on top of layers. So that's what he's doing right here. It's really fun. If you've never tried a looper, like once you get one, say goodbye to like 2 months because you'll lose yourself in it. That's so much fun. And he's doing a brilliant job looping here. That looked like a Boss looper, similar to the one that I have. I'll post a picture in the community group of my whole setup so you guys can see all my little gadgets and stuff. Where was he playing that bass? That bass sound came in. Oh, he's up on top there. There's a keyboard up top. I see. Okay. I see. I love layering in synthesizer and organic instruments like a real piano and then finding ways to get synthesizers to work. That was something I did a lot with some of my music projects, and it's really rewarding when you make it work. Sometimes it's really hard to make it work though. Electronic sounds sometimes don't meld well with organic sounds when you try to mix them together. He's doing a brilliant job of making it work and doing it live with a looper. Oh my God.
No more can you hear me calling. No more can you see me crawling.
All right, check it out. Now he's lower in his voice right now, but notice how much more depth of tone he has right here. His voice, he almost sounds like a different person here because he has so much more depth of tone. How do you get that tone? By opening your throat. No more. Listen to how my tone changes if I go, no more, no more, no more, no. If you start playing with the space inside the back of your throat when you're singing or talking, you can really change your voice. Or you can change your voice by making less or more space. And he is a shapeshifter like that. No more. He's opening his throat right here, and it adds that rich warmth and depth of tone. Let's go back and listen to that again.
No more can you hear me calling. No more can
Hear
you
that?
see me crawling. I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me calling. No more can you see me crawling.
So that's the looper. So it recorded the lower voice. Now he's layering a middle voice, and he's going to keep stacking it.
I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me calling. No more.
So he has changed his voice at each layer of the stack that he built in the loop. The lower ones, he had more openness in the back of his throat. As he went higher, his larynx elevated at each one, which was creating less space inside the back of his throat, which made his tone thinner and higher. So cool. So then it gave such a diversity of tone quality all the way from bottom to top.
No more can you hear me calling. No more can you see me crawling. I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me calling. No more can you see me crawling. I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me
Layer 3.
calling. No more can you see me crawling. I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me calling. No more can you see
Now he
me
solos.
crawling. I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me calling. No more can you.
So do you hear the depth of tone right there? That's like a different person. Completely different person, right? Oh, he's opening his throat. He's adding depth. What a vocal shapeshifter. That takes such incredible vocal coordination. He's such a killer. Wow.
See me crawling. I know you know what my feet are. No more can you hear me calling. No more can you see me crawling. I know you know what my feet are. When the rain comes, hear me. You be my shadow.
Lots of grit there, right? He's got a lot of grit, growl on the tone. But what's really spectacular is that he's able to have vibrato while he has the grit. What is that? That's really hard to do in that free of a way. Like, it's a very free vibrato.
See me.
So that tone quality change right there, he completely raised his larynx, made the vowel lateral, and then all of that depth of tone was gone. It was just cut. The dynamic tone quality variation in his singing is unlike anyone I've ever heard. I have to say that. I don't know anyone that varies their tone that much in their singing. That is unreal, and that it actually works to be expressive and cohesive. Wow, I have to hear that one again.
When the rain comes, hear me. You be my shadow. See me.
Yeah, see?
Hold my
So his larynx is up. He's let go of a lot of the thickening of the tone of the voice, and that's made him able to access that upper register like that. Wow. Listen for that one more time.
see me. Hold my hear me. You my shadow. See me. Hold my
When you're up that high in your voice, lateral, wah, that's a great vowel to be on. It's a great vowel to use. It's very normal to modify vowels toward that vowel if you're on a vowel that's not the wah. So you'll hear singers do that all the time.
When the rain comes, you be my shadow. I'll be
That little scratchy sound you hear right there, those are the false vocal folds vibrating. If you hear a sound that someone's holding a note, but it sounds like a creaky door sound is happening simultaneously, that's because the false vocal folds are activating, and he is so good at controlling that vocal technique.
when rain comes. You be my shadow. I'll be yours.
What a mega talent. Oh my God. The ring in his voice is such a ringy voice. Wow. Thanks for recommending that I react to that. I didn't have any idea what ride I was in for there. That was a wild one. Oh. That piano, that song that got in here. Wow. Well, now I've got another rabbit hole. All of these rabbit holes. I'm having a blast doing this. I appreciate you all being on this journey with me. If you enjoyed that, if you got to the end of this video, then I thank you, because that's I think this is going to be a really long one. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little notification. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.